Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Wednesday the 5th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, fairly decent time frame, got up and around, wife got off work without issue, everything went smooth for her. I was like, well, it's a Wednesday, and the farmer's market's going on, / flea market thing, whatever it is out the fairgrounds. I'm not sure if it's exactly what they labeled as, but well, I'll run out there. I don't get a chance that often. I don't have dogs here. I get a chance to run out there and take my time. Normally when I would run out there, if I had dogs here, I would basically get there, rush through it real quick, maybe look at an aisle or two of stuff, and then find the people selling orchids, buy a flat full of orchids, and then head back home. And this time I could basically walk the whole thing. So I thought, well, that'll work. So went ahead, grabbed myself a bottle of water and a cigar and headed that way. Got out there, pulled into the area I usually park at, and realized that the event was actually on a different side of the fairgrounds, which is not really a big deal. They do that when it's getting close to fair time, and there's other events like carnival or something going on type thing. So I was like, went back around, parked in a different location, which I didn't like because I knew there was a chance I'd forget where I parked my car when I got done. So same as like if I go to grocery store, if I go to like Walmart and that, I kind of have Home Depot. I have a general area. I always park in the like same general vicinity because I know often nothing is gonna annoy me more than wandering around looking for my car. That annoys the crap out of me. So I definitely did have to change that up a little bit, but not a big deal. Walked around the whole thing. Ended up finding a lot of just interesting stuff. I was able, like I said, I walked all the aisles. It was actually a little smaller event. It's probably as many vendors or close to as when it's really busy. But the other spot, everybody kind of has their own spots they've been going to for years, and they set up in those same spots, and there's giant gaps of emptiness between them as people have gone away and don't, set up there anymore. So now in the new location, they don't have, like on the other side of the fairgrounds, they pack them in a lot tighter, and they kind of assign you a spot when you get there. They kind of put you in that location. So, which is where I was set up when I did it a while back. When I first was doing my CNC wood carving and stuff, I was set up over there, and it worked out pretty well. I like it that way because you're not walking, half a city block with nothing there. Makes it nicer if you're just walking from booth to booth. It does crowd the people up a little bit more because they're not spread out so much, but it's worth it. So, but yeah, had a good time. Ended up buying a couple things, nothing too major. Was gonna buy some orchids, and as I was looking at the orchids, there was none that really jumped out at me as like super special, and also none of them, the guy that I usually buy from that's at the cheapest, like best / cheapest orchids there for the money. The other ones have much fancier, much more expensive, and then the other ones have cheap ones, but they're in low quality. This guy has both decent quality and decent price, and he was not set up. So I was like, okay, so I'm hauling around if I was gonna buy any. Then it dawned on me as I was picking out some, what am I doing? Like, we're getting ready to take off on like a 10-day trip, and I wouldn't be here to water them and stuff, take care of them in the house, and she won't be here to enjoy them. So that makes no sense at all. So I didn't buy any orchids, but I did end up buying her some fresh strawberries from somebody that claims, who knows, they might have got them at, from Costco, I don't know. But somebody who claims they're growing their own strawberries and whatnot. I don't know if it's true or not, but got a little bag of those for her, and got a couple of little things, nothing too major. Bought myself a cigar from a guy who claims he has his own rollers and makes the cigars he's there every week, and never buying from him. A nice enough guy, and I thought, oh, I'll give it a try. It's like $5. So picked up one of his cigars, and I refused to put it in my humidor because I'm not risking beetles or God knows what might be in there in my humidor from some guy in a flea market that I don't know where his tobacco is really coming from. So yeah, wasn't doing that, but went ahead, got back to the house, got things on the way back, swung by, stopped into ABC Liquor, and picked up some booze and that. Wife wanted some Bushwhacker coconut rum for our little trip, and I picked up myself up some other things. I got a salted caramel, I don't know what brand it was actually, but you could taste a sample of it before you bought it, and it was really good. It was like $18 a bottle, super cheap. So I went ahead and picked up an Owen 18, I think, I don't know, expensive bottle of wine or whiskey, and then I ended up picking up a bunch of different THC infused drinks that were on sale that I wanted to try out, because the one I've had already not sure I like, but it definitely has an effect. So I figure if I can get one that tastes a little better and maybe has a little different delivery source, then maybe I can get to where I can enjoy the THC effects on my body, because so far I really dislike the way it feels and how it does my brain, but I'm hoping it can figure it out and get better with it. So, but yeah, went ahead from there. Just went over to Home Depot, did a little shopping around there a little bit, ended up picking up some tile for backsplash finally. Wife hasn't picked out backsplash. It's been like 2 years, and I just said I don't care. I'm gonna grab whatever I think might somewhat match and put it up. And if she hates it horribly bad, it'll annoy her so much that she'll then pick out the tile she really doesn't want, and then we can tear it all out and start over again, because I'm just tired of looking at dry drywall or empty naked drywall behind my counters. It's just, we spent thousands and thousands of dollars putting all new countertops in. This brand new stone countertops haven't put in, and then never got backsplash, which is absolutely ridiculous on so many levels. So I'm tired of living like a bum in my house. So went ahead and picked up a wet saw and some other supplies I needed for it and whatnot to try and get that installed. And my plan was to hide that from her and basically get it set up, get everything cut, get everything lack of a better term, dry fit. So everything's ready to go. All I have to do is start installing, and my goal was to have it installed in one day while she was at work. That way it would come home and it would already be installed, and then she couldn't complain she didn't like it, where at that point it's too late. So, and I kind of hid everything in the garage, including the saw and everything, and like an idiot I went to take one of the 1x1 chunks in to basically lay it up against the countertop, see what it looks like and stuff. And I left it laying on top of my new motorcycle, and I don't know why I did that. I was an idiot. But in the process of doing that, I screwed up and didn't hide it. So when she came home from work, she got ready I went for a run, all that kind of stuff. Got a bunch of other things done, got my shower, all that good fun stuff. And she got home from work. We were heading out to an event over in Orlando at Fairvilla. So basically she goes, oh, we can go back to the garage. We're taking my car anyway. But I'm like, that's fine. So went ahead, we head out that way. And as she's talking to her, she goes, oh, what's this? And I'm like, oh, shit. So she saw the tile, and I was really, really annoyed by myself that I left that out to ruin the surprise. So I was super upset that I screwed up so poorly that I did. That was not what I wanted to have happen at all. But life goes on. It is what it is. So yeah. So now she knows that's what's going to happen soon. We just don't know when exactly. So, because there was a possibility I was going to do it like tomorrow and Friday, and just basically get knocked out before the trip, and then I don't know if that's going to happen now, because I've already ruined that surprise. So kind of is what it is. But yeah, I was not happy with myself. But jumped in the car, we headed over to Orlando to the event, and on the way we stopped at Zaxby's and grabbed ourselves some food, because we were in that weird time frame of getting there when it starts, the event starts, and having time to eat at home and still get there when she worked. It's a little bit late, not real late, but she worked a little bit late. So headed over, stopped at Zaxby's, very slow. There's not many people there. A couple people pull up the drive-thru, were pulling in, order our food, and pull up the window, paid, got part of our food, actually handed back the drink, and then said, hey, can you pull up to the white line? I'm like, why? Like, what, just all wait here, somebody behind me and stuff. You need to pull up the white line. I'm like, what the hell? So I pull up there. We sat there for a while, not real long, but pretty long. And I asked the girl, and she brought it out, I said, why'd I have to pull up and there's nobody behind me? Like, this makes no sense. She goes, oh, we got a counter on the thing that keeps track of the time and stuff and blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, okay, so you guys are getting bonuses based on how quick you get people to the drive-thru, but you didn't actually get me to the drive-thru. Like, what the hell? And she's like, I don't know. And she walks away. And then as we now go to look, they give me a fork. I need a fork to eat my loaded French fries. And now I can go back in, get back in line, go back around the damn window, where if I was at the damn window, where I should have been, I would have looked and saw there was no fork in there before I left, and said, hey, just tap on the window and can I have my fork? Because you guys owe me a fork. And so I drive back around. So added that much more time to me, which again isn't the end of the world, but it just annoys me. I don't know. I know I get annoyed by this little shit, but it's just that level of incompetence that drives me nuts. And I played restaurant for a handful of years, and it just seems like every time we go somewhere now, there's something wrong with almost every single order. Like, I'd say 85% of the orders, there's something wrong with them. And I can't imagine like how that works. Like, I just get so annoyed that the whole eating out, especially fast foods with drive-ups. I just so over it. I don't care. I told my wife, I said, we're done with Zaxby's. Like, I don't need this. Like, the last time we ate there, it was all right, but it wasn't great, and it was not wonderful. And this time, the employees were super nice, but their service was crap, and like it took way too long, and it's just that thing. I was like, yeah, to hell with it. So yeah, kind of over that, but it is what it is. So we went to the event, got there, crazy packed. It's a massive event. There's hundreds and hundreds of people there, 300 or 400 people at this event. It's absolutely a great time. Everybody's having fun, like little games to play and all kinds of little stuff, and putting on a couple different shows and all kinds of giveaways, and just had a wonderful time. So yeah, we had a lot of fun. Basically hung out there for a few hours. Had somebody else that was hopefully going to meet us. I invited a handful of people, and nobody else had a chance to go there. So didn't end up meeting up with anybody to kind of hang out with other friends and new friends and all that stuff. But it is what it is. So on the way back home, went ahead and had my cigar. So I finished up a cigar on the way home. And also I realized when I was out, before I got home from Home Depot even, my wife sent me a thing saying our internet was out, and it was supposed to be back on by 8 o'clock that night. And, hey, what's up, buddy? So I'm like, no big deal. So I'm like, okay, not a problem. And so I spent the day without internet too, which did kind of suck, but not the end of the world. So get back home, internet's still out. I'm like, are you shitting me? Because normally I would go out in the evening and have a cigar, even if I got home late, don't matter, just how it is. But I'm like, I don't want to sit out there and like listen to a podcast. Like, usually I'm watching YouTube, having a cigar. So said to hell with it and just went to bed. Ended up myself a little snack, had some Doritos and a soda. Watched basically downloaded stuff that I had, some old Amazon videos that I had downloaded. Everything on Netflix had expired out. I hadn't used them for so long because I didn't watch them. So I always download like before a hurricane and stuff, or like before a road trip, I'll download some and have them on my iPad. That way if I don't have internet service, I can still watch stuff. So they were all expired except for what was on Amazon. So I ended up watching one called American Rust or something. I was like, I had no idea what it was. But it's about a young man who got in trouble, got into a fight. He was a kind of a bit of a football star and was no fault of his own. The guy kept attacking him, he kept trying to walk away, and it didn't happen. And he ended up actually hurting the guy. And that whole thing spins out. It's the first episode. It was a really good episode actually. So looking forward to the rest and going from there. But wrapped it up finally. Called it a night. That's all we got for now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.